Let's go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy alike. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Episode 9 has been shooting not only over in the UK at Cardington and Pinewood, but also over in Jordan. Now, over in Jordan, we have been learning a whole lot more about Episode 9 these past couple of days or so that include a major scene for the movie in the second act of this film. Now, J.J. Abrams is trying to do something very special for the character of not only Rey, but also for our other characters such as Kylo Ren, Leia, and even Luke Skywalker. So a lot of things are happening for this movie. However, today I wanted to focus on a specific scene, and we will be going into some spoilers here, so if you guys want to avoid any kind of spoilers for Episode 9, I suggest that you guys exit out of this video. But without further ado, let's get right to it. So, in case you guys were unaware, just about 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago at max, they began shooting over in Jordan for a massive sequence in Episode 9. Now, we do have new details about this scene that includes Rey as a character and quite possibly some enemies that are actually tailing her. So shooting over in Jordan had a scene with many extras dressed as villagers under their tents during sunset. Each tent had a campfire going on. Around 5 speeders were chasing one large speeder. A black pickup truck was pulling the main speeder in which Daisy Ridley's stunt double appeared on board. So let me stop right here for a second. The fact that Daisy Ridley's stunt double was here, I forgot her name. Was it Chloe Bruce, I think it is? I'm not quite sure if it's the same stunt double, but nonetheless, Daisy Ridley's stunt double over in Jordan doing some things for this film tells us right then and there that Rey is going to this desert-like world, which in my point of view is most likely going to be Jakku. So from what it seems so far, is that this is a chase scene. Moving on. Explosions were going off with lots of fire. This all seems like a chase sequence. After some hours of shooting, Daisy's stunt double jumped off the speeder onto a large inflatable. It's unclear if the speeders will have blasters or not, but fire and explosions were happening. So this lines directly up with what we saw just a couple of days ago of the leaked photographs showing us the set of Episode 9 over in Jordan. We saw some of those tents, we saw some of the alien cutouts. They seemed to be like markers where they were going to put their extras or CGI models, and it seems as so that they are using actual extras, and that's what they did just recently. So that's really good to know that they're trying to stay away from CGI as much as possible. And the use of pyrotechnics, another great thing. So these are real explosions. These are not, CGI sequences. It's not fake fire. That's one thing that I really actually do like for Episode 9, is that they're using as many practical effects as possible. You may recall they did something similar for the very beginning of The Force Awakens with the Jakku sequence, in which the TIE fighters are chasing both Rey and Finn toward that quad jumper, and it just explodes, and then Rey goes over to the Falcon saying the garbage will do. That whole sequence was all real explosions. So they're doing the same thing here. This is a chase sequence. Rey is being followed by 5 other speeders, and she is on a large speeder. Now, just yesterday we learned that this speeder is very much similar to the one that we saw in The Force Awakens. Again, I think that's yet another hint that we are going back to the planet Jakku. And this also matches up with what we heard a couple of months ago, that Rey would actually be going on a personal mission in Episode 9. So I think what she's doing here is that she's going back to Jakku to uncover her past, or learn something about her parents, or whatever it may be, right? We're trying to figure out exactly why she would go back to Jakku, if anything. There's really nothing there as to what we know right now. But we do know that the Empire definitely used it heavily for their own resources. So a lot is happening over there. Who knows what Rey is up to. But this sequence, guys, I gotta say, it seems very action-packed. Seems like it's gonna be a very adrenaline-worthy scene where Rey is on the speeder, being chased during sunset with a lot of explosions going off, 5 other speeders chasing her. We're not quite sure, as I said before, if these speeders have blasters or not, or if they're just like throwing like grenade type weapons at Rey. We don't know anything about that, but nonetheless, they are using pyrotechnics and some explosions for this scene. And yeah, the extras that are dressing up as the villagers, that's interesting as well as the tents that have campfires under them. It really seems like a Jakku scene to me. I think that what they're doing is that they're going to be delivering something new, where we go to the same exact planet, but they're going to a different part of the planet, similar to what they did with Tatooine, right? In Star Wars A New Hope, Jabba's palace wasn't really heavily explored, and then in Return of the Jedi, we got to see that whole side of Tatooine. So I believe that they're doing the same exact thing with Jakku, and I think there's a whole lot more to that planet than we think. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.